We are live or Memorex. Doesn't matter. I figured I would jump on here and talk about the truck that I'm parked next to here at the Dallas yard. Trucker Steven PA, Trucker Seals, Natas, Harold Huffman, what's up? Sean Price, Dan Smith, Kevin and Ollie, Derek Davis. All right, so check it out. Stu. Okay. Check it out. Look on top of the door right there. That's one of those new 2018 Cascadias. And I believe, you know, Gary Compton did a video about the electronic mirrors. And I believe that's what that is right there. Now, if you notice, it still has regular mirrors. So that's good. Fail safe, right? But I imagine this is Experiment. Now, I don't know. He parked next to me and I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't know if he folded those mirrors in or not. So, but yeah, that's one of those new Schneider Cascadias with the electronic mirrors. So, pretty neat. Personally, I would not want an electronic mirror. Not without like a real mirror as a backup. Kevin, what's up? Bandit, what's going on? I picked this up today. It's neat. It was brand new. It was like the guy just delivered them. There's all kinds of things in here. Check it out. You could buy a truck just like mine, right there, for $72,000. Another thing to monitor the driver, McGee Film says, yep. It's an 18 speed, it's a 2015, does 480,000 miles, that's not bad. So, Raymond Liddy, what's up? So, I didn't pick this up for trucks though. Let's see what's going on here. So, had them on the Class A motorhome, loved the electronic mirrors, but did think a lot about what if they fail. You know, what's interesting is, like I said, I wouldn't mind using them, but always have a backup. But I don't know, it's Gary brought up a lot of points about what, you know, I guess looking at the camera, there's something that goes over the lens, so maybe it doesn't get affected by the rain. You know, that would be an issue. And what else? You know, does it have a de-icer on it? You know, so those would be two things, you know. Might be easier than keeping mirrors clean, right? Yeah. And again, I don't know if those mirrors folded in automatically or if he folded them in. I don't know. Does anybody else have, anybody on the Speed have one of those Cascades? Those mirrors automatically fold in? I know, like on newer vehicles, newer cars, they do that. I had a friend of mine's got a, it was a Chevy Suburban. Every time we parked, man, the mirrors went in. Just jumped in to say a quick hello to the group. I need to jump back out listening to my mode only. Driving to Sam's Club in car to pick up some cheap salmon. All right, Brent. Introvert in denial, smoke keeps freezing. Introvert, try using your task killer and then refreshing. In back, there are classifieds for cookie delivery services. Has nailed it. Food Mooch, does it come with food? I don't know. Dollar Bill, Evening Snow Alert. Hey, did you ever do flatbed Strode K. I don't know what Strode K is, but no, I've never done flatbed. I am not a flatbedder. That is not in my blood. Like I said, I'm that guy that can barely tie stuff down in his pickup. Oh, step deck. Okay. Gotta love that voice to text right there, Dollar Bill. But we've had a pretty good day. I've only done...
Home. Messaging. You have 6 hours and 35 minutes of remaining drive time.
I've only done 259 miles today. Here's my dilemma. I've only got 10 hours and 31 minutes to drive 490 miles. Pick up the load tomorrow. And I gotta have all that done by tomorrow night. So my delivery's for Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. and I don't gain any hours until Wednesday at midnight. So I decided that I'm going to leave out here at like about 3 in the morning, pick up that load, and that way I don't have to worry about Dallas traffic slowing me down. And the load wasn't going to be ready till 6 o'clock tonight, so there was no point in picking up now. And, you know, the guy just got in this truck. So if he starts it up and takes off and those mirrors come out, that'll be cool. But yeah, I have yet to see one of those Schneider trucks with the electronic mirrors, and that's pretty neat. I kind of wonder if those new Cascadias on the company side got the table and all that stuff. How much off-duty time you have? A lot. 8-2 split. Gary, I can't use the 8-2 split. We're not allowed. We're not allowed here. I used to be the master at the 8-2 split. But we are not allowed to do it. Put my glasses on here. But as you can see, I'm in the Dallas OC again. It is 60 degrees, barely a cloud in the sky. Thomas Wilson, thank you, sir. Dennis says the truck could drive itself and Schneider would still buy a base model, right? Brian Smithberg. Am I under a load now? No. I've got an empty trailer, but I'll use my leaf blower to blow it out. Tomorrow morning we'll about 3 we'll go into the shipper. I'm only 5 miles from the shipper. It's the same place where I screwed up that last load, so I gotta be extra careful. Gary says you're not allowed, but it's your truck. Hope they were making the payment. LOL. I think what it is, Gary, is that they have a lot of newbies running these trucks, right? And the 8-2 split can get kind of confusing. You know, when I was at Transland, they didn't let us use the 8-2 split when we were on paper, but they allowed us to use it when the E-logs kicked in, because there's a lot of DOT officers that don't even like understand it. Man, I can't talk today. So it doesn't matter on our side because I really don't run to where I need it. You know, like for example, if I start at 3 a.m. tomorrow and I drive until 3 p.m. tomorrow, okay, that's 12 hours, right? Or, you know, if I don't end my day till 3, okay, well, I can roll as early as 1 when I gain hours to make it in to the customer in time. So I knew what I was doing. It's just a little bit tighter than I like. I've been running the speed limits here in Texas more than I normally do, which is 70, 75 miles an hour. So it's not a big deal. I think there hasn't been a circumstance yet where the 8-2 split really would have been a big advantage. Now, what's going to suck, though, is if I have to start early tomorrow morning, because I have to look up the customer. If it's the same customer I think it is, I know I could spend the night there. And if that's the case, I'm not too worried about it. But if not, I'll be starting my day at like 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on how far I get. And then that's going to pretty much... I'll have to find something with an open window out of Kansas tomorrow. But it's a live unload, and I'm looking at possibly just going home because I've got my physical due on Friday, and there's a bunch of stuff I need to get taken care of at home, all business related, and then Snyder's got us doing our MVR, and they say that it's going to be up on the website, but I haven't seen it yet. So, Whamma Jamma, what's up? Rhymes with Thorns, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, and I'm fully prepared to do that, but I only do that if it's necessary for me to do that. Shadow Wolf, what's up? Off-duty PC to get something to eat about 45, 50 miles, and start your drive time after that. Do that before you accept your dispatch. Your drive clock and on-duty hours won't change current hours. I've only used it once in 21 years, and that was a few weeks ago, the 8-2 split. Yeah. But took my advice and went back to work, says Harold. Yeah, it's hard to be an adult. Adulting is hard, man. I get it. But when you're making the big bucks that we do, man, it should be easy to go back to work. So, man, the place where I delivered at, man, everybody was really friendly. You know, Harold, I might as well take the rest of the month off because I got so much stuff going on. So, should I interview the Snyder driver? Getting back to the truck. Oh, wait, no, he's not walking back to the truck. We don't have limits on our personal conveyance. It just has to be within the 14-hour window. So, like I could do I can run for 2 hours tomorrow from when I start my clock. But, Snyder's kind of weird about that kind of stuff, man. They just don't want any gray area. And that's the problem with these mega carriers, is that when you've got thousands of drivers and maybe a third of them really understand or truly know how to use the hours of service to their advantage, they don't want any gray area. They don't want any people cheating the e-logs, because you can cheat e-logs. Excuse me. And, there are tricks, and the government's figured that out. Back when I was a company driver, if you got in a traffic jam, let's say you came to a stop, all you had to do is put yourself off duty, right? And as long as you didn't roll more than 2 miles above 20 miles an hour, it would stay off duty. And then when it finally kicked you on the drive, it wouldn't backtrack. But now with that mandate, you're barely going to be able to move out of the